Assalamu alaikum. A lot of brothers and sisters ask me sometimes about prayer. They find it very difficult, very heavy on them, and they're very lazy when it comes to prayer. And they say, well, why is that? I want to pray, but it's just, I'm lazy. I can't. It's heavy. It's like a brick on my head. Subhanallah, I always remind you guys of this. Your belief in your heart increases by doing good deeds and decreases by doing bad deeds. So there are two things that you need to understand when it comes to Salah and why is it heavy on you. The first thing is that people don't really understand what Salah is and how important Salah is in Islam. The more you know about something, the more you understand something and the greatness of something, the more you love it, the more you prioritize it and glorify it. Yeah? And you'll be very keen on performing it, and you'll think about it. You'll really prioritize it in your life. It'll be a big part of your life. SubhanAllah, like Allah Azza wa Jal. The more you know about Allah, the names and attributes, the more you love Him, the more you appreciate Him, the more you know how great your Lord and your Creator is. Sahih? Salah is the same thing. So understand Salah, study it, understand it, the concept behind it, the wisdom behind it. Why do you do this, and why do you say the Fatiha, and then you bow, and then you prostrate, and this, you study it. The more you study it, you have to do the work. If you want quality, you have to sacrifice a bit of time and effort, right? So that's number one, understanding and knowing Salah. Number two, think of the barriers in your life. You're doing some sins, yeah? You could think that it's not related, it's irrelevant. Yeah, I'm doing a sin, like a random sin you're doing, and you're like, yeah, but what does that have to do with Salah? No, it does, because Salah, I told you, Iman decreases by what? By doing bad deeds. And if Iman decreases, then your acts of worship are going to be very heavy. Subhanallah, and think of how the munafiqeen, Allah Azza wa Jalla described them. When they get up to Salah, they get up lazy. Why? What's the difference between the believer and the munafiq, the hypocrite? Is that he doesn't have Iman. He doesn't have belief, he doesn't have Iman. And that's why the Salah is very heavy on him, because his Iman does not exist. Yeah? So that's an indication, we understand that if you have low Iman, your acts of worship are going to be heavy on you. Yes, of course, it's very natural, it's very logical. So leave acts of sins. Any sins you're doing, try to leave and minimize. Not only that, also counterattack it. How? By doing more good deeds. Do good deeds. Apart from Salah also. Siyam, dua, dhikr, qira'at al-Quran, all these things will increase your Iman. Your Salah will feel better. It will feel better. And subhanAllah, one of the greatest acts of worship you can do is dua. Ask Allah to guide you and ask Allah to increase your Iman. This is a great act of worship, and it's an act of worship. You're asking Allah for a request. You're requesting Allah to increase your Iman and make you hate sin. And finally, if you want to also have and love Salah, do your Sunnah Salah. Be very keen on performing Sunnah Salah. I know it doesn't make sense. You're like, okay, but it's heavy already, so what should I? Try your best to do as much as you can Sunnah Salah. Your obligatory Salah will be easier on you. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to increase all of our Imans.